Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. My name is Randy Lindsay. I'm host of today's MT4 Professional presentation on trading strategies using the MT4 Professional Scanner. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, over on the right-hand side of your GoToWebinar control panel, down on the list there, you'll see a questions pane. Enter the question or comment that you want me to address in the space provided, and I'll be more than glad to get to them in the order that they're received. I'm going to be making a presentation. You can ask questions anytime during today's presentation. This is live, so we'll be doing any questions or information that you might need during the presentation. I want to make sure everyone knows that we are here for educational purposes only, that MT4 Professional and Resilient Traders are not investment advisory services, and we're not registered to provide advice. But what we can do is teach and train you how to use our platform and how to build a trading plan that is both consistently profitable and successful. Trading with stocks, futures, Forex, options, cryptocurrencies has a large potential for reward, and you can make a lot of money, but they also carry a large potential for risk, and you can lose a lot of money. So you need to be aware of the risks involved in order to trade or invest in any of these markets. Please do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Past performance is not indicative of future results, so make sure that you get advice from a competent financial advisor before you start trading or investing in any of these markets, and never ever trade in a live funded account until you can consistently and profitably demonstrate you can trade in a simulated account. That's how you get your trading muscles exercised, and the main part of that is to get your mind game straight, because if you have the mechanics down, then when you start live trading, then you don't have to worry about the mechanics. You just worry about the mind and making sure that's straight, because the trading a live account will mess with your head, and that's probably the hardest part of trading. Most people can do the trade and follow their plan, but when they get in front of live money, then they just start acting stupid and doing things that just they don't normally do. So practice first, get the mechanics down, then get into a live account. I am Randy Lindsay, your trade coach, operations director for MT4 Professional and Resilient Traders. Joining me today is Claudio Cardinale. He's our product development director and technology guru. He's the brains behind the operation. Today we're going to be talking about trading strategies using MT4 Professional. We're going to talk about the market scanner, how it's used, how you can build your own, and what MT4 Professional is all about. I'll definitely go through a live demonstration showing you all the nuances of the platform and the software, and we're going to make a special offer if you stick around toward the end of the presentation today so that you can get started using the scanner yourself. So there are a lot of popular trading strategies that are out there. EMA and price is a pure price action strategy where you're looking at price action relative to an EMA. And so you're looking at trading price patterns that are positive or bullish that are greater than the EMA, or bearish that are less than the EMA. And instead of using an EMA, you can use a volume weighted average price, or you can use an anchored VWAP. Whatever tool you've got, you can do a price action strategy that's relative to that indicator. There's a MACD and signal that's really popular. It provides moving average convergence divergence indication when you have two different moving averages. It provides you with an excellent point of entry and exit based upon being oversold or overbought. The moving average crossover, again, is very similar to the MACD, but using just two standard or exponential moving averages or more. The crossover point gives you some information on trend and trend direction based upon the speed of the moving averages that are crossing. And then you've got combinations of strategies all together, like the price action strategy with a MACD and a relative strength to identify overbought or oversold regions, or building strength or weakness. You can throw in stochastics, Bollinger Bands, all kinds of different ways to structure a strategy that can be profitable and identify potential trade setups. And there's always the ever popular alligator tool if you're a longer term swing or position trader where you hold positions for days, weeks, or months at a time. The MT4Professional Scanner can scan in real time all of these strategies plus many more and will alert you when the conditions are met for a potential trade. So let's go. I've got one poll here I can throw together. Let me see if I can launch that. All right, there you go. So are you currently using the MT4Professional platform? This will help me to gauge the audience to know how long I need to spend on the rest of the presentation or how long I need to spend on the demonstration. So if most of the class are new, then I'll spend a lot more time on going through the presentation and answering any specific questions you might have on the platform, the need for it. If you are already using it, then you're here to gain some more information on the tool and its use. And I'll spend a lot more time on the demonstration. All right, we're split between no, you want to know more information, and yes, you absolutely love it. So let me go ahead and close this poll and share the results with you. As you can see, 40% is current users. Thank you very much. And a good 60% haven't had the time or want to know more about that. So we'll spend a little bit more time going through that. But make sure you ask me questions as I'm going through this, because I want to be able to answer your questions and structure this towards that. So if you look at your platform, on MT4 alone, there are over 630 combinations of pairs that you can choose from the 50 Forex pairs, 20 CFDs, 9 different time frames. There's a lot more on MT5. So do you really think that you can trade and find opportunities manually? Yeah, I doubt you can, and you probably are missing a lot of opportunities because there's always a trend moving somewhere. If you trade one, maybe two instruments, you're going to catch a trend here and there. Chances are good you're not going to be catching a lot of the bigger trades that are out there. So if you have a strategy that catches a trade, and if you have a scanner that's out there looking for that trade setup, then it's a perfect solution for building a portfolio that's diversified and uncorrelated, because if you trade correlated instruments, then you're going to get the same move at the same time. But you want to have uncorrelated instruments together with a platform of diversified instruments. So a scanner can build that for you perfectly. Put this back down again. For some reason it came up. All right. And the market scanner is an automatic tool that allows you to scan the entire market at a glance for any symbol or time frame that you want, using your own custom rules and based on standard or custom indicators. Custom being ones you've built or third party that you purchased on your own. While it's not a signal provider itself, it is a tool that allows you to analyze all of your strategies using all the indicators that you want to use. Over on the right is an example of a price action strategy where we're looking for any symbol across two different time frames. I want to see a bullish or bearish result. Bullish being green and bearish being red. So in this case, I'm looking for, what is this? Oh, I'm sorry. It is a moving average crossover. So you're looking at a 15 period and a 30 period moving average. So a bullish or green indication is when the MA15 crosses over or is greater than the MA30. And a bearish is when the MA15 crosses under the MA30. If you're familiar with charting at all, then you know what moving averages look like when they're crossing each other. And the scanner should be able to see and identify those crossings and to let you know if it's a bullish cross or bearish cross. So here you can see the setups. You got a very bullish trend in the euro US dollar and the euro pound. You got bearish trends in the pound, the cable, and the Swiss, and most of the pound pairs. You can see there's a very bearish trend. You can see some potential reversals coming around in the yen. Most of the yen and Aussie pairs look like potential reversals. You got a potential reversal in the euro Swiss, as well as the Aussie and New Zealand dollars. But you can see the setups here, because when you see a color change on a fast time frame coming into a longer time frame opposite color or opposing color, then that tells you two things. Number one, there's a consolidation potential that can turn back to the existing trend, or this is the start of a reversal trend. And then the longer time frame will then turn the same color as the shorter time frame. So you've got a very early indication of these things coming into play, and you want to be able to be positioned for that and ready for those types of opportunities. So Market Scanner then, that automatically looks for these types of setups, is key to helping you be successful in your trading, because it takes your workload off of the scanning and trying to find the trade, and allows you to focus more on the important things in trading, like getting your mindset where it belongs, or managing your trade, setting your risk rewards and managing that as it goes along. So a market scanner searches for the conditions that meet your rules, and you focus on the actual trade itself. When it finds a strategy and a potential setup, it will alert you to the conditions that are favorable for a trade entry or exit by sending you an SMS message or an email, visible or audible alert on your computer or mobile device. And so here's another example that I want to show you. This one is the price action strategy, looking at an EMA and price across these symbols. As you can see, these are CFDs or a euro or some cryptocurrencies, and it's across 3 different time frames now. So we're not focused specifically on the shorter time frames, although it works on long time frames as well. So looking at a 1 minute, 5 and a 15-minute time frame, you're looking for the longer term trend, and then you're also looking for a trend coming into that. So when I see a green box, I know that I have bullish price action greater than the EMA trend. If I have price less than the EMA, then it's going to be bearish. So you can see the S&P, the NASDAQ are all bearish on the trend. You can see the Canadian dollar is bullish, and then there's some transitions going on the other ones, like the Dow Jones looks like it's starting to it's a little bit behind the game, where all the other markets are all trending down. The Dow is a little bit on the slow side, as is crude oil. Gold has an inversion, so you're looking for a potential correction, and this is already starting to come in green, which implies that the 5-minute will probably turn green, and we will return to the long-term trend. Bitcoin is just starting to show signs of either consolidation or reversal very early. The Ethereum is behind that, so this might or might not be leading indication of that potential move. So the nice thing about the scanner is it gives you this type of information. And I talk a lot about moving averages. I talk a lot about multiple time frames. This is one. Do you know that if you trade using multiple time frames, you have a higher probability of a profitable trade? And it's due to correlation. It's one of the advantages of using multiple time frames in your analysis. So by checking multiple time frames before you initiate a trade, your trades should be in harmony with the longer time frame trend, and the result will be higher probability trade, a trade that is higher probability to end in favor with much lower risk. If you look at the envelopes that are over here, you can see the slower or the faster time frames are much noisier and choppier than the longer time frames. Not saying that they're not choppy, it's just when you're looking at the envelope of the longer time frame trend, If you're trading in that direction, then you're going to have a higher probability your trade will end positive. Not saying you can't trade against the longer term trend, but if you do, make sure you keep your profit targets short and don't try to go for home runs against the overall trend. Never try to pick the tops until you see the overall longer term trend starting to reverse around and giving you other specific signs. This is where strategies like the VWAP and other things will show you, the relative strength will show you the overbought or oversold nature of these longer term trends, because then you can capitalize on that with the faster time frames. So if you had a market scanner then that could search for setups based on your own rules and verify them with multiple time frame technical analysis, then it would be an extremely valuable tool. So here's a very quick example where I'm looking at a 4-hour chart, a longer time frame daily, and a weekly chart. You see the cross-hatched blue line shows me the point that the analysis took place. And from that point on, you can see the aftermath of that. So what I'm looking for, and what I've told the scanner to look for, is a bullish MACD crossover. So that's when the histogram goes positive relative to the signal line or crosses over it. I'm looking for price action to close greater than a 15-period exponential moving average, and I'm looking for relative strength to be growing or a positive slope. I'm looking for the slope of this RSI to be positive. Added bonus, it's coming out of a oversold condition, so that's going to be technically bullish as well. So I've got a bullish trend, bullish and bullish indication on my H4, and the symbol is showing a green symbol there. The second time frame, I'm looking for a bullish MACD and a rising relative strength, a positive slope. In this case, I got a crossing here, which is bullish confirmation, and I got rising relative strength, which is bullish confirmation. I do not have price over the daily EMA, but that's not of concern. This is all I'm concerned about on the longer time frame. And then on the weekly time frame, I want to make sure that I do have relative strength that's greater than an oversold condition and is rising with strength. That's all I care about. The other two indications will be red. So you can see I have an overall red weekly trend, but the conditions are met for me to be able to have a high probability entry. So taking that on the trade yielded over 300 pips of profit on the euro US dollar on this setup. So by taking trades that are in harmony with longer time frame trends, you get lower risk trade opportunities and higher probability trades. So the result of that is you're looking for an excellent outcome in your trading. So it's a powerful combination. It shows the importance of using multiple time frames in your trading. And a market scanner that uses these multiple time frame analysis is an extremely valuable tool because it does it for you automatically. How do you download the scanner for stocks? It's based upon your broker. If your broker provides you with the stock data, then that's all you need, because the platform works regardless of the stock of the broker, but your broker needs to be able to provide you with data. There are quite a few MT4 or MT5 brokers that provide stock data, but the platform does only work on MT4 or MT5 for now. So as professional traders, we looked for a scanner in the market that met our criteria, but we really couldn't find any because of a lot of different issues that we ran into. So we decided to make our own, and that's how we developed MT4Professional. It is now the #1 market scanner on MT4 and MT5. It allows you to instantly scan the market for your own setups that match your criteria and your rules. When you find a good setup, MT4 Professional allows you to enhance your technical analysis with multiple time frame technical information. So that's really not easy to do on MT4, MT5, but with MT4 Professional, it makes it very easy. So stay tuned. We're going to go into a demonstration right after this. I want to let you know that we're still in the midst of crowdfunding. We're trying to raise funds to start the Trading Market Scanner. It's a brand new standalone mobile market scanner that's much like MT4 Professional, but without the need to be running on MT4. It's fully cloud-based, so it enables you to scan in real time any of your strategies. You're not limited to just Forex and CFDs, but it opens everything up to stocks, crypto, and everything else. And you can trade on any platform, any instrument, anytime the market is open. So you don't have to worry about downloading the software to your MT4 or even keeping it up and running because it's cloud-based. Your MT4 Trading Market Scanner will be live all the time. So you can receive real-time alerts for any of the setups that meet your criteria on your mobile devices. We're currently pursuing crowdfunding on this because we want to be able to share the fruit of the labors with you as an offering. So the current page for our funding, if you want to share in that with us, is right here. Let me copy it and put it onto the chat window. And there are perks available if you choose to invest with us, like a lifetime license to using the scanner or an MT4 Professional Platinum subscription, all if you choose to invest with us as a company. And we currently are testing the waters to see if there's sufficient support. So we're not going to be taking any money. We are looking for interest only. So we're testing the waters, and we want to make sure that we're doing these things correctly. So since we're testing the waters, no money I'm not asking you for money. And even if you send money, we can't accept it until we file a Form C with the platform. We're going through WeFunder, which is a third-party securities platform. So they handle all of the funds with regards to the funding itself. We're just looking for the interest right now. So let me pull up my platform, get it launched, and show you the platform itself. So we'll get MT4 up and running. This is just standard MT4. You can see that I've got 3 different charts set up. I'm not running MT4 Professional at this point. This is just regular chart setup. You can see that the charts are not linked together, that I have to physically change the symbols by dragging and dropping it to each one. Very, very cumbersome. If I wanted to go into full screen mode, I've got a lot of blank space down here that I always have to be changing my window for. And then if I were to go full screen or not, then look at all the space that I just have to keep redrawing for if I'm trying to use my navigator, my market watch, or any of my other control panels and terminals that I want to pull up. So it's not the easiest thing to use. And then looking at multiple time frame analysis, I have to physically look at the time and price on every single chart in order to align the potential setup to see if, for example, the topping pattern I see here is a good sell signal or not. I need to be able to look at it on a longer time frame. So let me pull up MT4 Professional real quick and show you what we've done to make that a lot better. All right, the question is how much capital is required for a program? If you go to the website, then it'll show you the divisions of the offering that we're requesting. But I don't think that it's any large amount at all. It's things that regular retail traders can afford, so that's not a problem. Let me go ahead and load this. So what we've got here is MT4Professional setup configurations. The first thing you see when you load up the software is a configurations manager, and it should look like that. And so you click on a configuration that you want, and it will automatically load the scanner, the symbol list, and the layout for the charts. If you ever want to change the way the charts look or how they feel, then you want to click on the select configuration button in order to bring up the configuration panel again. So I'm using the EMA and price, and it says it right there, this is the default EMA and price configuration. I created that from the presets. So I clicked on the create your custom configuration button. I selected the EMA and price and made a copy of it. And then I changed the name of it so that it was different from the original one, and everything else stayed the same. I added a time frame since the original one only had 2 time frames, and I added an additional one. So as you can see on the chart layouts, I set up a 5, 15, and 30-minute time frame chart layout, as you can see here. And I've overlaid on it a template that's called EMA and price. Now this EMA and price template is from the cloud. It automatically downloads to your computer, so you won't have this template on your computer. So if you like it and you want to keep it or use it offline, then make sure that you right click on any chart, go to your template section, and then click save. Save the template. Give it a name or give it the exact same name if you don't want to worry about loading the configuration up. And then it will automatically load the setup there. If you give it the exact same name, then no more changes have to be done. So when you click on this setup, it'll load that same name. But if you don't, click the plus sign, and then here is a list of all of your templates. You can load that template or any other template for that matter that you have up in here. See, I saved it as the exact same name, but you can give it any other template name and it'll be more than glad to load that and display it here on your chart layout. Now, if you wanted to change this configuration, then you can click an Add Chart window, and this will give you 4 different chart windows. Some of the charts are overlapping, so let's tile these charts to make them all equally spaced. Now you can see that it was the 1 hour chart. By default, it adds. So I don't want the 1 hour chart to be there, so I want the 5 minute in the upper left. I want the 15 minute to be down. I want the 30 minute to be here. And the bottom right, I want to be an hour. Now notice I don't have a template selected here for this one, so all I have to do is just pull down the menu and load it up, and it's ready to go. So this will automatically give me 4 different chart layout. If I wanted to add a couple more, or if I wanted to tile them differently, say I got rid of the hour chart, I want to go through and tile them so that there are 2 rows, right? Or if I wanted 2 columns. So 2 columns gives me a large window and 2 small if I'm odd numbered. If I'm even numbered, then it would evenly divide that out. If you want the larger window over on the left, then you can set that up and change the time frames accordingly. So it's all up to how you want to set it up. So that's the icon to click on it. It changes color when you hover over it with your mouse, and you just click on it to get a picture of how your charts should be laid out. Over here is the scanner panel. You click on that, it gives you the ability to edit your symbol list or to edit the scanner itself. The symbol list is very easy to build. On the left-hand side are all of the symbols available to you from your broker. Just select the one that you're interested in. Click the right arrow and it adds it to your list. If you made a mistake or you have symbols on here you don't want on the list, all you have to do is just click the X to remove it. If you're looking for all currencies of a certain pair, like the US dollar denominated, just type in USD in the filter heading, and then every symbol that has a USD in the symbol name will be displayed for you to be able to select and pick. You can do multiple selections by holding down the control keys. So if you want more than one item, you can select those and then hit the right arrow to move them onto the list. You can completely clear the list and build things from scratch. Or what you can do is you can click the Start from Another Configuration button. And what it will do is it'll go out to the universe of presets or symbol lists that you have already built and just select the configuration that has a symbol list that you want, and it will copy the symbol list and make it available to this current configuration. Last but not least is the scanner. The scanner is where the rules are coming together for your actual strategy. So what this is it's looking at a 5-minute, a 15-minute, and let me make this a little bit bigger, and a 30-minute time frame. So these are the columns, okay, on my actual scanner. So if you look at these columns here, 5, 15, and 30, you can see they correspond to these boxes. So this column here is set to a 5-minute time frame. Now, if you don't like the 5-minute or the M5 symbol as your heading title, you can put a different name right here if it's different from the period that you select, and you can set that to be anything that you like. Indicator to show field shows the actual value of the indicator. It's the indicator output. So if you have like a relative strength and you want to see the actual value of the relative strength, then it will display here on the scanner cell the actual numerical value of the indicator. And you select the indicator from the indicators that you have at your disposal. You don't have to have one picked or selected. It's just there if you want to. But you do have to have a color rule selected. Right now there's only one, and I have it selected. It's called main color rule. To go in and see what it looks like, or to edit it, click the pencil icon. Right here's the edit icon right there on the right. That allows you to edit the rules that cause the cell to go a specific color. So over here, the very first thing it does is goes to condition set 1. I've set the color to be green, which I want it to be a bullish configuration. So for the cell to go green, for it to be a bullish flag, I need to see the close of price greater than or equal to the 15-period exponential moving average. Okay, so these are two indications it compares together to identify this. If this is true, it will turn the cell green, and it'll exit and it won't come back to this until the next cycle. So this is the setup. If this is false, then the OR operation takes place and it goes and looks at condition set 2. Well, if it's not greater than, it must be less than. So if this is true, one or the other has to be true, then it will change the cell color to red. In this case, you won't have it, but on other places, if neither one of these become true, then the default color will be displayed, showing that the trade setup is not ready yet. Okay. If you need to add additional conditions, then all you have to do is click the bigger plus sign right here to add more conditions to your set. Like I want to add a 20-period exponential moving average, or maybe even a 50-period simple moving average to see if the crossover is doing it. So I'm going to actually add both of them. So I'm going to click on the plus sign. I'm going to load an indicator from my platform. So select the category, which is trend. Select the indicator, moving average. I'm going to use that indicator. I'm going to use this one as a 20-period simple moving average. I want to compare that to a 50-period exponential moving average. Simple, sorry. There. So now I'm going to add an additional condition, because what I thought of is now I want to see, is that 15 is price greater than the 15? Is the 15 greater than the 20? And is the 20 greater than the 50? There. Now I've got a good scenario because price not only is closing greater than the fast EMA, but I need to be able to confirm it by the fast EMA closing greater than the 20 and the 20 closing greater than the 50. What this does is it slows the trade down a little bit and it allows it to better consolidate, and it keeps you out of choppy range-bound trades. And it gets you into the big trends. So that's the idea behind this. It's not, you're not going to get in early, that's what gets a lot of traders into trouble, is you get in too early and you get chopped to death, and then you have to stop yourself out because the range starts expanding, and then the trade goes without you in the right direction that you picked, but you're not on board because you got chopped out. So this is a great way to do that because it enables you to get rid of this slop and then fire off when everything starts to trend off. Price leads the way, and then you've got your moving average across to validate that. Now, if this is a little too slow for you, then you might be able to get rid of just that last one and only look at the 15 crossing over the 20. That'll get you in a little bit quicker, and then you can a little bit more risk involved, but there's no risk, there's no big reward if you don't have big risk. So it's a game that you play. So over on this side here, then since I've already added the indicators, all I'd have to do is pull them up here on the pull down menu. And there you have it. So I'm looking for that configuration to work out. Okay, so it's really easy to do that. If you have custom indicators or rules, then you do the same thing. When you load the indicator, you choose the indicator here. Instead of going to the standard set, pick the indicator from your computer. Because you have a custom or a third-party indicator that you've purchased, then you go to your computer and you go down to say the Hawkeye tools are the ones I've purchased, developed myself. So take the indicator and load it on the chart and use it. See, where's the volume? There it is. That's the best one. So it gives you the input parameters, which parameter that you want to be looking for, and the output parameters that you're going to be scanning for. This particular indicator has 3 different outputs. So I'm only going to be looking at outputs 1, 2, or 3 on the indicator line to use. So you know the indicator itself because you developed it or you purchased it. So you'll be able to set this up. So this is a generic setup that allows you to put in any third-party or custom indicator that's not on your navigator panel. If you do need help, we do have a quick help button on the bottom there that you can schedule a service call or assistance right away. It's just right there. Okay, so that was a very simple example. Now let's go to a little more complex example. Here I'm using multiple indications on the scan setup. So here you can see 3 different time frames, 4-hour, daily, weekly chart setups using the MACD, RSI, and price action. So if you look at the configuration here and edit that, then you'll see that the scanner itself looks at more than one rule. All right, for my shorter signals, I'm looking only at 2 different time frames, but the longer trend is showing it on the trend color rule. So I've got a color rule made specifically for the weekly chart, and then the other 2 charts I have a strong signal rule that scans for specific setups. So that's why you can see that the longer term trends here, like for the euro, you can see is very bullish. So the setups that are here are neutral, waiting for a potential setup to go either in line with the longer term trend or not. Now you're starting to see a 4-hour in line with the longer term trend, i.e. the Canadian also in line with the longer term trends. You might need to see the end of the day to close to give you a secondary or a confirmation lineup like you see in the Swiss or in the Euro Canadian. So let's look at the signal itself to see the rules. Now you can see I've got 3 different configuration rules set up for each condition set. The MACD has 2 instances loaded, where I've got the instance that's looking at the base indicator output, and I have an instance that looks at the signal line output. I have them loaded separately so that I can compare them together. I can compare one with the other one. I need to see for a bearish setup that the histogram on the MACD is less than the signal line. And this also has to be true. I need to see that the close of price is less than my 15-period exponential moving average. If I don't like the 15, I can always change it by editing it, changing it to a 30 or a 20 or a 5 or a 9, whatever, 21. You can change the method and so forth and shift it even if you need to look back at historical data. I've got an example of that with the relative strength here, because this relative strength is historical relative strength compared to current relative strength. Because if you look at the historical value, that gives you 2 points on a slope, and that way you can determine whether it's moving up or if it's moving down. I want to see that the historical relative strength 2 bars back is greater than the current relative strength. And if that's the case, then I know that I'm moving down because it's greater than. Previous is greater than the current, so that's a downward slope bearish condition. So bearish cross, bearish cross, bearish slope gives me a red condition set. If any one of these 3 are not true, then I move on to condition set 2. Condition set 2 means I need to see that the instance of the histogram has to be greater than the signal line on the MACD. I need to see the close of price greater than the 15, and I need to see a positive slope on my relative strength, which means that the value of the relative strength 2 bars ago has to be less than the current relative strength, giving me a positive slope. If this is true, then my cell will be green. If any one of these are not true, or any one of these are not true, then I will get a default color yellow, showing that the trade is not yet set up and you need to wait because the signal is not there for a strong trade. I can change, I can add additional tools. I can even add additional rules if I need to add additional sets. So if I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4 different sets, then I add that condition here. So you can see the daily is set with that same signal, but the weekly is set with a trend color rule, which is a totally different color rule. I'm just looking for a moving average cross on the longer time frame to tell me which trend direction I'm going in. So I'm only using it to tell me overall trend direction. All right, does that look good? How do you get help in setting up the scanner? Right? If you need help other than what's available on the members area, then let me show you that really quickly. If you scroll up and go over to your MT4 Professionals members area, you find that by going to mt4professional.com, clicking on the sign in button. That's what you get to your login information when you start your free trial or when you get your subscription going. Log into the members area, and right here is where you download the software and get it installed onto the MT4 or MT5 platform that you use it for. If the help and documentation center that you might be looking for is right here, item number 6 on the onboarding process. I have it set up right here. It's a great place to go to see quick start videos, and detailed configuration examples of the configurator itself, how to use the scanner, the rules, how to set up notifications, how to edit or change color rules, how to add specific indicators, and so forth. And then your workspace chart rules and stuff. And there are also some settings on how to set up your Telegram account to receive notifications, how to change your credit card information, or to cancel or unsubscribe to your subscription. So all the information is all there. If you are currently having problems trying to get your scanner running, and go ahead and edit that. Then you can see that on the bottom of your scanner page, all right, okay, there's all the information that you need to change and update everything off that page right there. Okay, but if you need any help along the way, then on the website there's a schedule a call right now if you need some help on getting things running. You do get one-time free call from me to help you get things installed and running, and to make sure that you're set up properly. Just to understand, it takes a little bit. There's a small learning curve associated with it, but once you get it, then there's no going back. While I'm here, I want to show you something that's pretty cool. Say that you're in the middle of this setup on your computer in your office, but your friend calls you up and says you wants to go have lunch. And you need to step out for a couple of hours. So you're in the middle of a trade, or you're waiting for a trade to set up and you don't want to say no, you want to go out for lunch. So the nice thing about MT4Professional is that you can take it with you. So pull up your browser on your mobile device, log into the MT4Professional's members area, and then go to the real-time scanner section of the backend. Select your MT4 account from the pull-down menu, and then it automatically displays the scanner in real time on your mobile device that's going through on your computer. And they are linked together, so you can see real-time interaction between the mobile scanner and your current platform scanner. So this is an exact replication in real time of what's being shown here. You can click or interact on any symbol here. Say, for example, you see that the pound or the euro are looking like they're setting up, but I want to see the Swiss. So I'm going to click on the Swiss franc. What it does is it automatically changes the symbols to the Swiss franc on your platform, takes a snapshot, and then sends that snapshot to you on your mobile device so that you can see right now what that setup is like. So you can see very clearly that this is in a really nice consolidation area at support in a downtrend. So this could be coming to an end relatively soon. So even though it's in a nice strong trend, you're going to be looking for that 4-hour setup to start giving you some indications that it's going to start finding some support here, and then potentially reversing. If not, it will start breaking through, and again, it'll pause here, so you should see the first time frame start to cycle between red, yellow, and green. Red, yellow, and green. Once you see that, then you know something's going on, and you gotta get ready for that potential reversal, bounce, or even a continuation move back to the red as it breaks through and continues down. So the nice thing about this is once you see that setup, or you see the information presented to you while you're out at lunch, then just pull your broker up on your mobile device and execute the trade right there. You don't have to wait, run back to the office or anything, because you have all the information you need right here. If you click on the snapshots link, you can also see all the snapshots that you've taken on the platform using the snapshot icon to take pictures. It automatically loads them and stores them in the cloud, and then you can tag them or make them available, because they can be tagged as either public or private. And if you tag them as public, like right here, then this one can be shared, and it will provide you with a share link to be able to post on any of the social media sites that you like to post to. You can post to any site, obviously. These are just quick links for you to be able to post on some of the more popular ones. All right. And last but not least, when you open up any configuration and edit it, notice in the bottom right-hand corner, there is a share icon. This share icon allows you to share your configuration that you've spent all this time developing and working on and making sure that it's consistent and profitable. You can share that with any other of the MT4 professional traders in the network. We call it our traders network. So if you're trading with a bunch of guys and you want to be able to share the information, then everybody's on the same page at the same time quickly with the click of a button. So all you have to do is just click on the icon, enter their name. If they're a current subscriber to MT4 Professional, it'll come up on the list, and one more click and then you can share this in real time with them. What will happen is that when you click on the configuration, select configuration button, then on the very bottom below the presets is your inbox. So if someone sent you something, configuration, then it'll appear in the inbox, and just like you did with the presets, you can't edit them, but you can create your own from them by copying them, and they'll appear up here in the customs area, and then with the same name, and you just change the name and then save it, and then that way you'll have a duplicate copy of that same configuration. That way, if you make any additional changes to it, everybody can be up to speed at the same time. All right, well, let me go back to my presentation real quick, because I want to make you guys an offer that you can't refuse. If you're not using MT4 Professional right now, then I want to be able to give you an opportunity to start your trial and to get going on it. You get full featured MT4 or MT5 software, MT4 Professional on both platforms. You get access to our Skype community where all of our MT4 professional traders reside. You get unlimited configuration storage, Telegram emails and push notifications, and up to 100 SMS notifications per month included. You also get dozens of pre-configured presets that are already included on the platform. We usually offer it for about that. We think this is a good value for that, but we offer the setup price for about $194 per month. Now, during our presentations and during these promotions, we've knocked that down 50% to $97 per month. You can start your free trial today for 14 days by clicking the link mt4professional.com/trial. Let me make a copy of that for you. And I'll type that into the chat panel. That way you can click it or copy it. mt4professional.com/trial. That way you can get started on your 14-day free trial. You won't be charged a penny until the 15th day if you continue to stick with us. Let us know if you have any more information on that. Every so often we have some other promotions, but right now we're going with the $97 per month trial on that. If you have any questions on how to get going or along the way, then just simply contact us at support@mt4professional.com, and we'll be glad to get you going on that. So let me pull my scanner back up again. That way I can answer any more questions that you might have. So those who are here, if you do have any other questions, now is the time to do it. I'm open to any suggestions or questions that you might have. Please enter them in the questions pane. and I'll be glad to get to them in the order that they are received. Any configuration setups? I know quite a few of you said that you are already using the MT4 Professional platform. So I assume that you are here because you wanted to get more information or you wanted to learn a little bit more about it. And if you didn't get the information in the presentation, or if I didn't cover it during the demonstration, let me know right now, and I'll be glad to demonstrate it for you. We still have about 5 minutes in today's presentation to go over any custom configurations or any setups, show you how to get an indicator loaded or how to get it scanning on the one you're interested in. I did show you it worked on fast and slow time frames using either single or simple crossovers or even multiple indicators all together, even custom indicators. So you shouldn't be limited to the use and getting it set up and going. If you are a VWAP trader, yeah, you can input the output from the VWAP into the scanner and look for price action to go relative to that area. And then if you're looking at a band, it even looks at the range of the band as well. So it's all up to you how you want to trade. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're here to make a platform that enables you to do what you want to do. We've been here for 7 years now, and we are not planning on going anywhere. So we are very established. We are not going to go anywhere. You invest with us, you get the software going, you start to use it, then we'll be here to support you in the long haul. We do continually update the software as well. So we push out updates to the software in the members area. So if you go over to the gear icon on the website, the members area, then you can see different information about your account, the documentation, how to contact us, or if you get alerts under the alerts tab, this is where you're going to get scanner alerts directly to your device or any announcements that we push out about new software releases, what we've done, and any fixes that we've done to the software as it comes out. As you see, we are currently on version 3.12, and that's the current software version that you can download on any page on the blue bar here along that service. We do offer additional services as well. If you need us to set up a configuration for you, or if you have one that's a little complex that you're having a hard time with and you want us to do it for you, we're more than glad to do that. Just click the link here to get started on a custom configuration. If you need trade coaching, or if you need to have a custom development, i.e. an expert advisor developed to auto trade for you, then we have all that capability right here. And if you exceed your monthly allocation of 100 SMS messages, you can add an additional 1,000 SMS messages to your subscription for only $97 a month. We have a over 50% discount going for that right now too. So 197 dropped to 97 per month for an additional 1,000 SMS messages on your account. And we have a referral program as well. So if you give this link on your members area, take copy link, which is unique to you, and give it to your friends. And if they join, then you are going to get 1 free month for every person that joins, and they're going to get a free month as well because you have referred them to the program. So for every person you refer out, you might end up with a full year of free service just by referring people to us. And if you came in on a discounted price, you do get a credit of $97, so make sure that you take advantage of that. All right, I don't see any additional questions coming through. I think I've been pretty clear. Software, once you get to know it, is quite useful. And very profitable, saving you time and effort. Okay, then. Well, thank you very much for your time and attention. Just want to make sure that here's the link again for the trial. MT4Professional.com/trial. You get to try the software absolutely free for 2 weeks. Cancel any time in the 2-week period. You'll get the full 2 weeks regardless. You'll never be charged a penny. On the 15th day is when the subscription starts. So make sure that you get that going and let us know what you think. And on the way, if you have a question, support@mt4professional.com. Let me copy that for you. There you go. We guarantee 24-hour response or sooner. It's usually 1 to 2 hours, depending upon what time of day it is. So thank you very much for your time and attention. It's been my pleasure to be with you. I look forward to being with you this same time in 2 weeks. Take care and bye for now.